Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Monday, August 9th, 2010. Well, folks, the markets are floating slightly higher on the day. Very, very light volume. In fact, it could be the lightest volume day in the last quarter or so. Again, the last 3 to 4 months, I would guess, today will be the lightest day. Now, why? What's going on today that's keeping the volume so light? First of all, you have to look at it's a Monday in August. Mondays are usually the lightest volume days of the week. Why is that? Well, there's no economic news, there's really no earnings news, plus you're coming off of a weekend where a lot of families, remember, a lot of these traders on Wall Street, they go away in August because the kids are off from school. So they're away over the weekend. A lot of times that weekend will run into a Monday, or they take a little extra time to come back on Monday to work and just settle in. And that keeps the volume so light. In addition, Friday was an insanely volatile day. Usually, and again, this is in the money stocks methodology speaking, usually after a crazy day, what you get is a pause day or a little bit of a float day. And that's exactly what we're having today with the Dow up 26 points, NASDAQ up 10, and the S&P up about 3. So basically a third of a percent across the board. That's what we're seeing in the market. So again, those factors keeping it very light. There is another factor as well that I want to mention. That other factor is the Federal Reserve releases their policy statement tomorrow at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So you're waiting, or you have a market waiting on the Federal Reserve to give guidance on what they think. Obviously, they're not going to really do much on interest rates, but they may start buying up some bad loans again. They may start to do something that will possibly increase growth out there, or at least help perpetuate growth as the market and the economy looks like it's stalling out again, possibly slipping back towards a recession type atmosphere. So again, all those combined yield today's action, which again, you can see we had a nice little gap up. The gap up today took us right up to a beautiful little resistance area. Now, for those of you that follow the methodology, whether you're in the Research Center or in the Intraday Stock Chat, and again, we encourage you to go read up on everything that's included in the Research Center and in the Intraday Stock Chat so you can really get a good gauge of what it is that you get. But in any case, those of you that are part of the Research Center, you and the chat room will also recognize that the retrace back to the breakdown right here, take a look right here. So you had Thursdays. If you look back at Thursday right here, connect those lows and you get a beautiful breakdown. You broke down on Friday and then you rallied back up right into that line. That's your shorting opportunity. The market fell again, collapsed, and then late in the day surged back. Take a look at where we gapped this morning. Right back up to that same trend line. And at that point, the market sold again. We came back down, and then you came and touched the 200 moving average, by the way, called out as a scalp in the intraday stock chat for a long play. Sure enough, it made us money. The market moved up and really has floated up right to the slight positive motion right here, and you're just chopping sideways. Again, I expect the market to maintain a sideways type maneuver, maybe even a little more upside, based on light volume generally giving an upside bias when there is that light volume out there. And again, that's what I expect for the rest of the day. So keep in mind, Federal Reserve tomorrow, big decision, 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll get that, and it will cause some volatility in this market. Up until then, I think tomorrow morning for the first hour, you'll get some action. After that, I think the markets will be very, very quiet and continue to trade like that. All right. Other than that, folks, you can see the trend lines continuing to work. You have this trend line here, the 200 moving average, the green trend line you paused on before popping to the blue trend line, consolidated back down, popped up, back to the green line, 20 moving average sloping up. If you continue higher, making a new high, your next spot will be this pivot high, which goes all the way back here to this level, going back to last Wednesday's high afternoon high pivot. And again, that would be your next spot. That's at 113.05. If you get through that, then look for a slanted trend line hit of this. Although, again, I don't think that necessarily will hit this line again today. There's just not enough volume in this market or action going on. It does seem like things are being put to sleep here, and that is somewhat expected. You have to always anticipate that after a volatile day on a Monday in August, when, again, traders are away with their families and kind of continuing that long weekend. And then, again, ahead of the Federal Reserve, it's going to keep things light. Let's go to the 60-minute chart. We're going to check out that chart. The key on the 60-minute chart continues to be the master trend line that we gave to our premium subscribers. If you were a member of the chat room or the research center, you got these levels. Again, what did I do? For the last 2 to 3 weeks, I was talking about how this blue slanted line all the way up here, and I'll draw another line underneath it, and you can see it slanting all the way down here as well. This line was everything that you were looking for going forward. And I said to everyone, I said, basically, if you break this blue line to the downside, this market breaks down. If it doesn't break, you will reverse back higher, and you can start to look for some extra action and a neutral to slight upside bias for the remainder period, even into this week. And sure enough, on Friday, we came down. We tagged that. Obviously, we were there buying long. And again, as it didn't break, the market has reversed back up towards this high level. Now, again, if you look back at last week, you can see the choppy sideways trading here. And I can zoom in a little bit more. There, we'll see. So see this choppy sideways trading all of last week until Friday, and then see how Friday's rally took us back up into that sideways choppy trading, and then again, what has happened today, you've stayed within that range from the top pivots right up here. Take a look. Here's your top pivot from these connectors right across, and then your lower level right down here, and that's all you're doing. You're basically just trading in a sideways motion, sideways channel, and again, the question will be, do we break up here or break down? Right now, again, as long as this blue line holds, you have to assume that we have a good chance of breaking up. If we break lower and come down here and take out this blue line, then all of a sudden you start to look for further downside. So again, it's just reading the charts, understanding the methodology, our proprietary techniques. Again, 80 to 90% success rate, higher than really anyone else out there in the market. We educate you. We're going to teach you how to fish, not just give you that fish. Again, I post all my live swing trades in the hot charts and alerts, which is part of the Research Center. Pro Trader Watch List, daily market report, nightly videos I do, 30 to 40 minutes in length, all included in the Research Center. Chat room is a separate entity, and again, that is amazing for scalping and education-wise. You can ask questions. We answer all the questions in there, and it's just a fantastic atmosphere to rock and make profits. Everything that we do is geared towards profit making and education and teaching you the methodology. All right, daily chart, quick brief here on the daily chart. You can see we're just hovering up underneath this 113.25. This is your key level, 113.20 to 25 area. If you break through that, you have a good chance of going higher. Otherwise, you're looking at your green trend line to the downside. Again, I'm not going to spend much time on that since that's more for premium members to really get in depth about what we're looking at. Now, what stocks are hot today? What is not today? Really some small cap action. We have seen some nice moves on some small caps, although volume is light. JP Morgan, Amazon lower. Goldman Sachs fractionally higher. Research in Motion's having a good day today. Not surprising there, as over the weekend, more and more kind of word coming out from various Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, a lot of these countries starting to say, all right, we'll allow the Research in Motion BlackBerry. That's key, folks, as they had banned it just a little bit while or last week at one point. So again, that's subsiding now. It looks good. The stock looking to get a rebound off of that news. Apple Computer up 50 cents, really a flat day there. Google's up $3 on a $500 stock that's basically flat as well. And again, if you take a look, Baidu is up 95 cents. So that's where we stand right now. Chevron, Exxon, both fractionally higher. Commodity plays continue to be really the leaders here. You can take a look at U.S. Steel, up 40 cents. AKS is trading up 6 cents on the day. And again, as I said, Chevron up 36 cents, and Exxon having a good day, up 50 cents. And again, folks, bottom line is this. The profits will be made this week, just like every last week in the Research Center, in the intraday stock chat. If you want to be a part of it, go sign up at inthemoneystocks.com. For all of you that are Research Center members, you'll see me in tonight's video. And again, keep an eye on those hot charts and alerts for the next big posts out there that are going to make you a significant amount of money. Take care, guys.